Hello and welcome to Minecraft News, bringing you the most news for your views. I'm Adam, aka Swimming Bird, with so much new info on Minecraft 1.9, the combat update. Let's get right into it. Now, Minecon 2015 brought with it new features in a flood of footage, so here's a rundown of all the announcements. Starting things off, we'll be able to check out all of these new game additions in depth when the first 1.9 snapshot releases within the next 2 weeks. But the developers aren't making any promises just in case unforeseen issues arise before then. We now have a good look at the revamped End Dimension, complete with new dungeons called End Cities. These structures are made up of new blocks, including endstone bricks, an unnamed thin white fence-like pole that emits particles and can stick out both vertically and horizontally, as well as mysterious new types of purple-colored bricks and pillars that were teased earlier by Jeb in a screenshot he posted. The snake-like coral plants that now grow in the end are called chorus plants. We'll be able to farm them for their edible chorus fruit, but that's also used to craft those new purple blocks. These plants easily crumble like cacti when you break them, and only their flower blocks can be replanted to grow more chorus fruit. A new hostile mob called the Shulker, or Shell Lurker, protects these end cities. They will disguise themselves as blocks and open up to launch particles that fly at sharp, blocky angles to track down encroaching players. They're very weird but kinda cute. They cause a new levitation potion effect, which acts as a double-edged sword. There's a risk of extreme fall damage when you drop, but by moving around in the air and cleverly floating, you can reach the tops of end cities without needing to stack any blocks. The end will now have multiple islands, and a new type of portal opens up after you defeat the dragon. The End Gateway will be used with ender pearls to jump between different places. Speaking of ender pearls, you can now finally use them in creative mode in 1.9, and a revamp of the End Dimension would not be complete without a big update to the Enderdragon boss battle. Building off of the changes made to the console edition version of the dragon, the fight now takes place with a set amount of pillars arranged in a circular pattern, the tallest of which now have cages to protect their ender crystals. The dragon can also be fought multiple times, as often as you're able, since you can craft a version of the ender crystals to place atop the pillars and bring it back to life. You'll only get a dragon egg the first time you defeat the beast, but there are new mysterious rewards to gain. The dragon will use a new breath attack to fend off anything in its way, even Endermen, and this special breath will be a drop as a reward for winning the fight, starting from the second battle onward. For now, it's still a secret exactly what the dragon breath will do, but developer Dinnerbone called it an ingredient, so it might be made into a potion. They did mention that the levitation potion may not be added outside of the Shulker effect, since levitation arrows would be amazingly powerful, essentially creating a one-hit kill from the drop. So I'm excited to solve the mystery of what else we could gain from Dragon's Breath. When the subject of the Dragon Egg came up, the developers were suspiciously quiet about what its eventual use will be, though Dinnerbone did mention that they might not add a baby dragon ever because no one would want to kill it due to its cuteness. The big feature of the combat update is dual wielding. You can now switch your main hand from right-handed to left-handed in the options, and hold an item in your offhand. A new slot will pop up on your hotbar to show what you're holding in your offhand based on which hand you've chosen, and you can use the F key by default to swap items between hands. You can use this feature for anything from holding both a pickaxe and torches to light up an area while you mine, to having a potion or food held in your offhand to quickly use in combat without putting down your sword. The new shields are a work in progress, so they may not pop up in the first snapshot, but once you've made one, you can craft it together with a banner to customize its look. You'll use them to block attacks from the side that they're held on, and you can even dual wield 2 shields at the same time, keeping you well protected, at least from frontal attacks. Your offhand can also be used to prioritize which type of arrow you'd like to fire from your bow, and it looks like there are now arrows for every type of potion effect. New spectral arrows will outline any player or mob hit by one, even if they're invisible, for a good 10 to 15 seconds, allowing you to track them behind blocks. Targets affected will glow with their team colors, making these arrows especially useful in PvP combat. Other new types include invisibility and poison, but we'll be able to make use of more not even shown, such as healing arrows to attack undead foes and heal yourself or others. Dinnerbone mentioned he's not happy with how things like splash potions work in the game, since you can poison yourself on accident when throwing one, and he'll be working on balancing the different arrow types so that none of them are overpowered. A new status effect HUD shows up in the corner of the screen to easily let you know what potion effects you have on you, such as whether or not you're outlined by a spectral arrow effect. Good effects show up on the top and bad effects on the bottom, with the one set to expire sooner on the leftmost spot of each row. When you're losing an effect, it will start to blink, then blink even faster as it's about to run out before it disappears. Another nice little feature is that the bow now animates in your hotbar, showing you how far you've drawn it back. Minecraft Pocket Edition is gaining controller support and realms in the feature, while also working towards getting closer to the computer version with things like ocelots and the Wither. They've even added some unique features I'd love to see cross over the opposite way back to the computer version, such as villager zombies wearing unique clothes, mirroring their profession that they had when they were still alive. Despite not thinking it would be possible, the Pocket Edition developers somehow managed to get the complete Nether working as well, and the end is on the way in a future update. The Minecraft developers plan to eventually bring any new features found in one version of the game to all of the others, so in the future expect to see Pocket Edition exclusives, like 2 entities in one boat, make their way to PC as well. And speaking of boats, the developers are considering adding different types that are expensive to craft, but more durable. That way they can keep in the classic wooden boats that Notch designed to be cheap yet flimsy. They also mentioned wanting to make the biomes in the game more exciting and worth traveling to find in future versions. Mobs are set to get different textures for varied looks in vanilla, and the clone command will allow for mirroring and rotating structures. Last but not least, Telltale Games showed the reveal trailer for Minecraft Story Mode, which I will link down in the description for you to check out. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this broadcast. We'll have a closer look at 1.9 soon with the first snapshot. I will see you guys next time for some more Minecraft news.